The co-worker who had tried to help Ryan stepped back in fear, their face pale. I let out a dry laugh. It was me. And honestly, he deserved it. Ryan gritted his teeth and glared at me, then shouted, yeah, I deserved it. I fell for someone I shouldn't have. I'm the one being called a kept man, a plaything. But Claire, he said, looking into her eyes with a mix of defiance and passion, as long as you love me, I'll stay by your side forever. No one can take me away from you. The words were absurd, but the way he said them so firm, so sincere made him seem almost brave. Claire couldn't help but laugh. She reached out to ruffle his hair and said softly, don't be mad. You're going to make me worry. She treated him differently. That much was obvious. I lowered my gaze, no longer interested in the scene. Instead, I calmly said to Claire, for my birthday this year, I want $50,000. It was funny, really. We were married, yet we didn't even have each other's phone numbers. The only time I reached out to her was when I needed money. Before we got married, we had an agreement. She wanted me, and I wanted her money. Claire had always hated how materialistic I was. But in the past, no matter how much I asked for, she would always give it to me without hesitation. This time though, she looked at me with a cold smile and said slowly, you can have the money. But Isaac, first lower your proud head and apologize to Ryan. Claire was willing to pay $50,000 to buy back my dignity and give it to Ryan in the form of an apology. It was the first time she had used money to humiliate me for the sake of another man. I clenched my fists and forced a laugh, holding back the sudden wave of pain that surged through my body. I turned and walked away. I didn't need the money anymore. For the first time, I was curious about Claire. If one day she found out that this money could have given me more time to live, if she knew how much I'd suffered before I died, what kind of expression would she have then? I went home alone, curling up in bed in pain, drenched in a cold sweat. After taking a sleeping pill, I told myself if I fall asleep, it won't hurt anymore. Half minus the sleep I dreamed of when I was 20 years old. Claire was dirt minus burr back then, but she loved me deeply. That year, on my birthday, I walked past a cafe and saw a couple sitting by the window. The boy was holding a white cake. It looked delicate, delicious, and expensive. I still remember the snow falling heavily that day. I scooped up a mound of snow, turned to Claire and grinned. Claire, doesn't this look like a cake? She bit her lip, pulled me into her arms and held me tight. She didn't let me see the tears welling up in her eyes. 3 days later, she showed up outside my dorm with a cake. When I saw the frostbite on her fingers, my eyes turned red with anger. Through gritted teeth, I told her, Claire, your hands are meant for reading and running, not for ruining just to make me happy. I said I didn't deserve such an expensive cake. She frowned and immediately shot back, Isaac, you're the best person in the world. You deserve all the good things it has to offer. That day, I ate the entire cake through tears. I don't even remember what it tasted like anymore. I just know that after that, I never had a cake that tasted better. I slept for a long time. Half minus conscious, I heard my phone ringing. When I picked it up, Claire's voice came through. Isaac, she said. I smiled faintly, my voice soft as I replied, Claire, it's snowing. I want cake. Before she could respond, I turned over and fell back into a deep sleep. I slept until the middle of the night when hunger woke me up. I went to the kitchen to find something to eat, only to realize Claire had come back. She had bought Ryan a big house. They lived there together. He cooked for her, made her laugh, and waited for her to come home. Claire seemed happy. She hadn't been back here in a long time. She leaned lazily against the floor minus to minus ceiling window, her eyes fixed on me. I kept my head down and walked past her, only for her to grab my arm. Frowning, she asked softly, why have you lost so much weight?